Hello and welcome to Core Nigeria TV. On today's episode of our documentary series, we bring to you the life and time of Aminu Alhassan Dantata, the Kano billionaire businessman who was famously quoted as saying he owned land all over the world. Aminu Alhassan Dantata, the iconic Kano-born businessman, began his journey in commerce before he was 10. It was a family tradition. His father taught him and his siblings the basics of trade early, encouraging them to understand the value of money and the importance of enterprise. By the time he was 24, Dantata had already begun representing the family business in Sokoto as a district manager, and when he was 36 years of age, he bought his first aircraft for about $15,000. A year later, he sold it and purchased a jet for $2.5 million. Yet Dantata described himself simply as someone, quote, just rich enough to take care of myself, end of quote. Born in May 1931 as the 15th of 17 children, he received both Islamic and Western education. He attended Dala Primary School from 1938 to 1945, completing his studies at a private school established by his father in 1949. Dantata was born into one of Nigeria's most influential business families. He was the younger brother of Sanusi Dantata, making him a grand uncle to Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote. After his father died in 1955, the children took over the family enterprise, Alhassan Dantata and Sons. In 1958, Aminu became deputy managing director, and following the death of his elder brother Amadu in 1960, he took the helm of the business. Under his guidance, the company diversified into banking, petroleum, agriculture, real estate, construction, manufacturing, and finance. He later founded Express Petroleum and Gas Company Limited and was instrumental in establishing Jaiz Bank, the first non-interest bank in Nigeria. Dantata once famously said he owned land, quote, all over the world, end of quote, a lesson passed down from his father, who emphasized land as the foundation of generational wealth. Quote, I don't think I would be able to tell you what land I have now, all over the world, not only in Nigeria. In Nigeria, there is nowhere I don't have lands. Also, in areas where people don't have the opportunity, I have lands, end of quote. Dantata was also a former board chairman of the Northern Nigeria Flour Mills PLC. Despite his status, Dantata remained a private man who rarely gave interviews. His nephew, Munzali, whom he raised like a son, recalled his uncle's passion for sports, particularly football and polo. Quote, he had racing and polo horses that competed in Kaduna, Lagos, and even in countries like Chad and Niger, end of quote. Quote, he was overjoyed whenever his horses won trophies, but he eventually retired from sports as age and weight caught up with him, end of quote. Munzali added that Dantata was not just a businessman, but also a philanthropist, sportsman, and a politician, layers he hopes to capture in a forthcoming book. Dantata donated 1.5 billion naira to victims of the Maiduguri flooding incident of 2024. At about the time the British government granted independence to Nigeria, the Northern Elements Progressive Union (NEPO), of which Dantata was a member, wanted to make him the party's leader. He had been going after people on his bicycle to gather funds for the party, hence the decision to make him the youth leader. He was, however, unable to take up the role as his father, who was a member of the Emirate, would not take it kindly to see his son fighting the system. Dantata was appointed Kano State Commissioner for Economic Development, Trade and Industry in 1968 under the administration of Audu Bako. Before becoming a commissioner, Dantata was elected as the representative of the Kura district in the Northern House of Assembly in 1961. Reflecting on politics later in life, Dantata expressed disappointment at the erosion of integrity in public life. Quote, "That is why what I am seeing in politics now is pathetic. We are no longer honest. People are distorting the truth and supporting mischief. It is not good." End of quote. In 2022, at the age of 91, Dantata spoke candidly about his mortality. With most of his siblings and friends already gone, he said he no longer enjoyed life. His grief deepened in April 2023 with the passing of Rabi, his second wife. Quote, "I have traveled across all Nigerian states and built relationships everywhere, but now I can barely count 10 people I know who are still alive. Honestly, I am just waiting for my time. I hope I leave this world in peace. If I have offended anyone, I ask for forgiveness. If anyone offended me, I have forgiven them." End of quote. By the time he turned 92, he described aging as a burden on both his body and health. Quote, "The atmosphere in this world today is horrible." End of quote. Aminu, the last surviving son of Alhassan Dantata, passed away in Abu Dhabi on Saturday, June 28, 2025, at the age of 94. He left behind a legacy of industry, philanthropy, humility, and grace. Many thanks for watching this episode of our documentary series. Don't forget to leave us a comment, share, like our video, and subscribe to this channel.